Welcome to
the Sky Podcast.
Exclusive on Spotify.
Good evening.
Wow.
Welcome to another episode of the Sky Podcast.
ASMR ba to?
Pwede ako magiging voice talent ba yun?
Voice
Or
actor.
Voice actor.
Sige nga.
Good evening.
Try to be a young teenage boy. What's the voice of a young teenage boy?
I don't know.
Young teenage boy who's lost and trying to find the purpose of his life.
Nawala
Ay, ganun.
ako. Nasa forest.
No, you can't be a voice actor. But speaking of teenagers who are lost, our letter today from the sky is, according to her, from an average human being.
Yun yung talent niya? Or yun yung
This is her
topic
title.
niya?
This is her title.
From an average human being.
From an average human being who isn't particularly good at anything. That's her title pa lang. So parang, you kind of get the point of her letter na. So sabi niya, hi Sky Parents. Sky Parents na talaga tayo lang.
Wag naman, masyado matanda.
Hi Sky Bro, Sky Sis. All my life, I try to perform well in every endeavor, be it academics, hobbies, sports, or life in general. My peers often get intimidated at how I look so well-rounded and mature. I can literally look like someone in their mid-20s who has their life together with achievements and all. But the truth is, I'm lost. I tried starting a business, but I stopped when I wasn't getting many customers. I tried painting, writing short stories, editing, and even becoming a study content creator. I can't say that I was particularly good at them because I didn't find the drive in me to continue. Maybe I'm good at studying, but I'm not even the top of my class. I want to be this, I want to be that, but I drown after a while in my insecurities and doubts. Any advice for people like me who are just in the middle of their spectrum and want to know how they can find their passion or niche and stick at it?
Sus.
Sige nga, love.
This is one of my...
You talk about this a lot.
Yes.
That's
I
why.
rant about this a lot.
That's
and
why I
talk
chose
about
this letter.
a lot.
I'm like, I hear this so much.
No, it's because we know people like that. And I've been that way before. Parang, if there was just one line to summarize everything, what I'm about to say is, it's all about execution and going deep. So,
Elaborate.
elaborate.
You're just looking at me like,
No. Di ba, marami naman tayong kakilala. I'm sure
Yeah.
we're probably thinking of the same people.
we know people who are in the same situation.
Yes.
But the people that we know never ask for our opinion.
Oh, so hindi natin
So, eto sakto.
Now, kami ni Chris, sometimes we have these conversations na parang bini-breakdown namin kung why things are the way they are.
Yeah.
Like, especially pag mga things na nakaka-relate kami. And this is something that I used to relate a lot. I've started so many businesses. Imagine, I've been in construction. I've tried reality TV. I've tried acting. And I
Hosting?
tried hosting. I tried...
Content creation?
Oo.
Yeah.
I also tried a lot of businesses na hanggang sa idea stage lang siya. Or hanggang sa parang...
Meron nga execution, nag-launch pa nga kayo yung mga app.
Meron
ganon.
pa mga apps. Meron pa... So, there was a lot of things that I was into na parang looking back, magandang experience, but I could have done better. And looking at hindsight, di ba sabi nga nila, hindsight is 20/20 vision. Parang the biggest mistake that I've ever done was always not to go deep enough, not to have enough grit to say, okay, nahihirapan ako. Dati, nahihirapan ako, ang hirap nito, bye-bye. But the more mature you are, the more experienced you are, the more you realize that the hard is part of it. There is nothing that you want to succeed at that isn't going to be hard. Or that there would be a time na parang, like you feel like an imposter na saying na parang, hindi naman ako magaling sa ganito. Bakit ba ako nag-business pa? Bakit ba ako nag-art pa na hindi naman talaga ako magaling? So I think it's all about going, like, ang dami ko kasing kailangan sabihin and I'm trying to like,
I think what you're trying to get at is you won't really know if you like doing the certain thing if you're just in the shallow part of what you're doing pa. You didn't go deep enough. Like for example, let's say content creation because that's what we're doing right now, right? You try study content creation, but you're not sure because you feel like the drive isn't there, the passion isn't there. Maybe it's because you've only tried it for a short amount of time lang, 1 month lang. Hindi mo pa nasubukan yung mga problems that come with it, right?
Yes.
You haven't tried the ups and the downs. And it's when you experience it for a long time, you experience the whole spectrum, that's when you kind of get the ball rolling. That's when you kind of realize if it's really for you or for not. It takes time. It takes grit. It takes dedication and perseverance and patience. And parang you won't know talaga. Like, for example, kung feeling mo lang na hindi mo siya bet because you're just like, yung toes mo pa lang nasa loob ng pool. Diba? You have to get your whole body in the pool to really understand if you like it or not.
you have to take the leap. Yes, the word I was looking for is you have to take an irrevocable step. For me, with Light Block, it was because we spent na on equipment.
Right.
Na parang, wait.
Malaki na yung investment.
Malaki na yung investment. I
There's
have
no
to make
turning
this
back.
work or
Right,
not. Like,
right.
and I'll commit na I'll stop artista life. I'll commit na parang pag may inquiry ako, sasabihin ko na I'm based in Cebu, I'm doing a business. So parang it gives that, it's kind of like burning a bridge, not like relationship bridge, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna take this leap and there's no turning back. Of course, you know na kahit papano, meron pa rin at meron pa rin. But
Meron pa rin what?
like other options in the future just in case it fails. But for the time being, you'll take a 100% leap of faith.
Parang you burn those bridges, you cut yourself off, kumbaga, to give yourself that
Para
drive.
wala ka na excuse to take a step back.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
kadalasan ng mga friends namin or the people that we know na parang ganito din ang they touch on one thing and then, ay, not for me. Hindi ko passion. Then, next. Ay, hindi ko pa rin passion. Second, third, like, up to like, I know people like 10 times na. And the thing is, you don't really know if it is your passion until you're knee deep into it. If, for example, you started a business, mahirap siya. You learn all you can about that business world pa rin. You try to overcome the struggle na parang I'm gonna give this my all. I'm gonna go through all the sleepless nights, and when I've exhausted every single like energy
Right.
of my body, then I'll say, okay, maybe this
It's
is not for me.
Exactly.
But hindi pwedeng, ay, may mga angry customers. Ay, wala akong customer. Well, figure it out.
yeah.
Then you read books about marketing.
Yeah.
Ang nangyayari sa akin when I was starting my business is whatever problem that I was having at that point, I'd read a book about it or I'd watch a YouTube video about it. So for example,
I think you were telling me before that every single time you had a problem, you would ask your dad. Like at the back of your head, it's always ask dad, ask dad, ask dad. So parang you never really trained yourself to think for yourself.
yes, dati pa to. It was before
And then you kind of burnt that bridge in your head.
in my head. I
Like,
said,
what if I were never to ask dad?
and
Right?
I never did.
Yeah. And
so
that's
I
what
figured
kind
it
of
out for myself.
trained you or pushed you to learn. Because you told yourself, I'm going to burn this bridge in my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, ang maganda dun is like, for example, product development. Nahihirapan ako with product development. There's tons of books out there about just product development, minimum viable product, pivoting, etc., etc. And then marketing, and then sales. And then once you've went through that journey, you become a better leader because now I can guide my salespeople.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know every single detail that they're doing, but generally, alam ko yung saktong direction.